Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, this would be nothing. So it's been a long day, and I'm sitting here with my blue rum, and it's some coconut rum with some blue sriracha. It's just some blue goddamn alcohol. And of course, Joe Boo's got his shot. Now, we're hearing the rumors about the best spot for Colin Kaepernick is the Dallas Cowboys. And I want to give you my take on it. See, here's the thing. Colin Kaepernick came out with Russell Wilson, RG3, in that time when the pistol offense came out. And I remember talking with Roger Staubach. Yes, I know. You're going to say, yeah, bullshit, like you were talking with Roger Staubach. But no, it's true. I got to actually drive him back to his hotel from the Hall of Fame. And we were talking about the pistol offense because RG3 had just had that phenomenal year. And the question is that going to revolutionize football? Is that going to be the new breed of quarterback? And I said, Roger, I don't think it is. I said, because what's going to happen is, first of all, you have to have a special athlete who can run the ball. And they're only going to be able to do that for so many years. I said that their bodies just won't be able to take the punishment. And I said, if I were a defensive coordinator, I would take the penalty and I would go after the quarterback and knock the snot out of him. You hit the quarterback a couple of times on the edge, he's going to start hesitating before he goes out there again. And lo and behold, that's what happened with RG3. Teams learned if you knock the crap out of him, he's going to drop the ball or he's going to hurry up and throw the ball. And after RG3 hurt his knee, he didn't have the legs. You had a defensive lineman who could walk him down. Well, the same thing kind of happened with Colin Kaepernick. You know, see, these offenses come out. Remember the Wildcat. Wildcat came out, and when Miami started running it, oh my God, it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. You had defenses going crazy trying to figure out how to stop it. Everybody started doing a version of the Wildcat. Well, by the second year, it wasn't quite as effective. By the third year, it was pretty much done. We have all of these gimmicky offenses and the quarterbacks that go with them, but it's short-lived. So that's the first problem with Colin Kaepernick. I don't think he fits our system. In order to have him go, you'd have to change your offense. And that's the same thing I said about RG3. And people were saying, oh, we should bring in RG3 last year. And I said, no, it doesn't fit what we do. The next reason why I don't believe in having Colin Kaepernick is the distraction. Because, see, for once, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys, that the circus has left the town. We're not the team that does all the crazy trades for guys like Roy Williams or brings in the TOs or has the Greg Hardys in here. Tony Romo was a lightning rod where everybody talked about. Well, guess what? Dak Prescott's not that guy. Dak Prescott looks to be out of the limelight. You look at this team are blue collar. They carry that lunch pail to work. They go to work, they do their job, and they're not about starting a whole bunch of stuff. You even look at Dez Bryant, how Dez Bryant has evolved. Dez Bryant, who used to have saggy pants in the mall and get banned, or had millions of dollars in jewelry that he owed. That Dez Bryant is gone. Now we have the Dez Bryant who's worried about winning, who's out there blocking his ass off when he's not catching the ball. This is a blue-collar, quiet team that's going out and going to work. Now, a lot of you guys will say, but hey, you know, Colin Kaepernick didn't do anything bad. He wasn't like a spouse abuser like a Greg Hardy and things like that. You know, he was protesting and standing up for people's rights. Now, I may get a lot of venom when I say this, but this is what I said on the Benet Emery show when this was all going down. Colin Kaepernick wanted to get out of San Francisco. Colin Kaepernick did not want to play for Chip Kelly with a lot of other guys. And Colin Kaepernick knew one thing. Chip Kelly does not like a guy who starts stuff. So I think Kaepernick originally started that to be a distraction, to get under Chip Kelly's nerves, to start some stuff so they would say, you know what, I want that guy out of here. And that was his exit papers. But what happened was, somebody said, hey, why are you protesting? Oh, I'm just doing this, this, and this. And all of a sudden, it grew. It really grew. And I don't think that's what he was originally trying to do. Because if you're a guy who's protesting about police brutality, if you truly care about the subject, you would do more to change the narrative, like voting. Yeah. So you're telling me you're going to sit during the national anthem to protest police brutality, yet you won't even take the time to vote? No. Sorry. I don't see Colin Kaepernick as a guy that we want on this team. I don't want the circus back in town. I don't want the narrative to be Colin Kaepernick, the guy who protested about police brutality. Don't get me wrong. Believe me, there's a lot of stuff that I want changed, but I don't believe he went about it the right way. And I don't believe his motives were exactly the way it was brought out to be. And that's just my opinion, and if you guys don't like what I have to say, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you what I truly believe, and I'm not going to give you bullshit ever. That's my opinion. And the other thing we have to look at, too, is every time somebody is released or somebody is cut, we immediately want to say, oh, the Cowboys should sign that guy. Because you're thinking about the Colin Kaepernick that went to NFC Championships and went to a Super Bowl. You're not looking at the Colin Kaepernick that, oh, it's a black sheep. I'm sorry. I saw something here on my shoulder and didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that? Oh, it's Joe Boo's black sheep. The good old defense. You're not looking at the Colin Kaepernick of the last couple of years who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. You're not looking at the Colin Kaepernick who just looked completely lost. So, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys need that guy. I think we should pass on it. But again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job, a voodoo doll, and I'm drinking blue rum. So as always, friends, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on the picture of Joe Boo and Sean Lee. And if you really enjoy it, share it with a friend. Have a great night.